Here's another experiment we have going on. It is a strawberry tower. And there are 15 bare root strawberry plants in this tower. You can see a little trickle of water coming down that tube into that cap, and then it rains down through the holes through this column, which is packed with gravel. And you get back so you can see the whole thing, but they're just hanging from the roof, chains. 15 strawberry plants. Water goes through, all the roots are embedded inside that column in the gravel. And the water just comes down through a screened outlet and drains into the bottom trough of this ebb and flow system that I built. So there are 15 strawberry plants there, and by way of comparison, I also put 14 in the top row of this ebb and flow. So we'll see which method works the best. But in this system, the troughs fill up with this 1/4-inch tube slowly. Then they go through a bell siphon on that one. It drains into the next one. And there you can see the bell siphon for that one. When that one fills up, it drains down to this one. And when that one fills up, it comes down this temporary line, which is going back into the last fish tank that I have in line. That'll get changed in the next week or so when I put in 3 more fish tanks right here, and that will take up that entire space. But I got to do some pruning before I can get in there. Those are my tomato plants. Let's go for a little walk. Picked all the red ones off last night, but there's a whole bunch of green ones there. Those are brandywine or beefsteak. Down there, some Romas are coming on. Back in there, some more Romas. There's a Roma. Got more Romas than anything. Just because they go so fast, there's a bunch of Romas there. But Romas tend to mature quicker. There's a chili pepper. I got 3 chili pepper plants embedded in there. They're being choked off, but they're still making peppers. There's a couple big brandywines. There's some more down there. And they're slowly ripening up. We get about 2, 3 semi-ripe ones every day, and I pick them. And we let them finish ripening on a windowsill. But the reason I pick them early is because with all the water that's available to those tomatoes split. They get so much water that they actually burst and split before they ripen. So we pick them early and let them ripen on the sun in the shelf or on a windowsill in the house. So there's the excess strawberries from that bare root order that I placed. That's a jalapeno plant that I actually got to prune the top of it off. A couple of eggplants. These are 3, 4 Brussels sprout plants. There's some moringa sticks that I cut off last year, stuck in the gravel, and they're rooting. That's 5 rose bushes that I cut. Shelly trimmed a rose bush, so I cut those up, put them in the gravel, and they're growing. There's a brandywine tomato that I'm going to do a little different. I'm going to single stem him all the way up along the roof line here, so we don't get a big bushy mess like that. But the way I'm going to do this going forward is I'm going to have, in place of that red string, on each one of these studs, I'm going to put a hook and I'm going to run a wire up and all the way to the middle of the greenhouse. So all my tall plants, like this cucumber, is going insane. Need to do something different with him. But all those tall plants like cucumbers, peppers, tomatoes, they're all going to single stem up this lattice work that I'm going to put in. So, and that'll allow me to plant things like this Brussels sprouts, eggplant. I've got an artichoke over there. So That'll allow me to plant those in the front and not get tangled up like this. Like I said, I can't even tell where the peppers start and where the tomatoes start. But anyway, you can see way back in there, up against the wall, there's a red pepper that's ready to be picked. They're really good. I pick them when they're green and stuff them, wrap them in bacon and cook them on the grill, and those are really good. And I think when they're green, they're better, but those are red peppers, so if you let them go. There's a big one, two big ones actually hanging down right there next to that stud. Yeah, big ones. So I'll get in there and get those later today. That'll be dinner. And then, so yeah, you saw the strawberries. Got a lot of cleanup to do. There's a bunch of excess plants, that bush beans and pole beans. Didn't have any room for them in the gravel bed, so I whipped up dirt, and so that's a pole bean, that's an extra Brandywine, an Ace 55, tomato, another bush or another aroma, on and on. So, and these here are wisteria. Shelly went out and trimmed her wisteria bush on the side of the house, so I took all those sticks, stuck them in dirt. I'll be damned if they didn't grow into a tree. So, gonna keep that going. Planted a mango seed in there about 3 weeks ago, but not seeing nothing yet. So, there's some more Brussels sprouts, pole beans. These are pepper plants, and here's a nice pepper. I already took the big ones off this guy for dinner the other night, but anyway. So that's the excess plants. I'm just gonna grow them in dirt. And then along these other troughs, you saw that one, it was all strawberries on top. Then we've got romaine, arugula, three-color bell peppers. I'll skip these for a second. These are jumbo jalapeno plants, and those are from seed that we saved last year from a heirloom variety. There's an artichoke plant, another three-color bell pepper plant, bib lettuce, different types of lettuce, black Simpson, three-color leaf blend, and then up here is more romaine, arugula. But these right here, those are leaves that I salvaged, or I took off from a blood orange tree before last winter. Kept them in moist soil with a cover, kind of a little mini greenhouse. And I did 10 of them, and it looks like 4 of them have made it. So just this morning I took them out of their little mini greenhouses, and they had a pretty good root structure that probably takes up about half of that solo cup down there toward the bottom. So now they'll get flood and drain, and we'll see what happens. So that's it. Still building, still changing, but getting there. Talk to you later.